This is kind of sketchy.
Are you putting the sign up?
Not today. That's tomorrow.
Is that a GoPro to keep an eye on you?
Yeah, it's for our YouTube channel.
Really?
Yep. It's mostly just me blabbering about stuff, but yeah. It wasn't me. Good morning. Welcome back to the job site. Today, we're just removing a sign coming into view here in just a moment. This big sign right here. It's going to be taking it down and taking it to a new location a few miles away and hanging it up for our client. This is kind of a weird one, just looking at it, just because of this corrugation. I had to put it all on clips, these little 90-degree clips that are attaching it to the wall. So it'll be easy to take down. The switch is on this side. Let's open this up. So, the client was supposed to be here at 7:30. It's now 7:45. So hopefully he gets here shortly, because I need to get in there and turn the power off. Or do I? I'll show you this. So right here, we have the switch, but this is all secondary wiring. Yeah, it's all secondary. So these are remote power supplies. So they're inside the building. I mean, I can still take the sign down. I just can't get in to retrieve those power supplies until someone gets here to let me in. Yeah, I did a really good job sealing it too. Wow. So whenever I do a removal like this, you never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna come up against, because that's the weather sealing. It's a gaping hole with not even any silicone in it. Ew, we need to get this off the wall. I'm surprised it's still here. It shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Yeah, I can actually pull quite a bit of that out. So I might just do that. Love signs. Removals are so much fun. And yeah, it's 12 volt. You can just cut it. Alright, well, those are disconnected. And there's no pick points on it. Okay, so that will just come off. Yeah, I like when people repurpose signs. They're all 7/16. Yeah, since there's no pick points in this, I'm just going to kind of have to hang on to it. Shouldn't be too bad. Can't imagine this thing weighs that much. Try to secure that somehow. Yeah, you could probably re-glue it too. Let's have it on the ground. Yeah, the sign's going to need some work before it goes back on the wall, just so you don't flop around on me. Get these bottoms undone. Top undone. At least these are actually in wood. Maybe one more. Somebody my wrench for that one. Yeah, riveting content. Yeah, that was doing something. Broke the screw off. Okay, that's the bottom loose. I'm guessing it's going to be weighted a bit more to the left. There's one all the way on that side. It is a little chilly today. It's because it's going to be really nice. I think it even says it's going to be about 60 degrees today, which is great for February. It is almost March, almost springtime. One of my favorite times of year. A 1-inch screw. Actually, that was like 1.25 inches. So I think I can get to everything from about the middle there. It's just going to be weird. Another sign with 3 different types of screws holding it on the wall. I think I'm going to undo that one and then get underneath it, because I don't trust any of this stuff. Like, it's just screws. Just these screws holding the weight of this sign up. And I see one of them's broken over there. Last thing I want is for this to fall. I have to get my truck underneath it as best I can without damaging it. This is just going to be weird. It's going to want to fall on that side. Okay, a little bit of weight under it. Actually, scooch over just a little. Make sure I'm not too close to the wall. This is kind of sketchy. Take out those little screws that really aren't doing much anyway. It's another one of those signs that I almost guarantee you was not put up with permits. Or didn't follow any permits. Okay, I got one more bolt. And this thing's loose. Okay. Tracked a little bit. That wasn't bad. I wonder if that's my client. They already have their sign down. I haven't even been here for 20 minutes. Morning. It's actually got remote power supplies, and they're in the building somewhere. Yeah, it's probably going to be on the second floor.
Yeah, just like some general directions that where it might be. So
Okay.
you look at the key card and reach out.
Perfect. Thanks. All right, now I got to get out of this. Just keep a hand on it. Won't try this at home, kids. I wonder if I can get off here without too much trouble. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, I just salvaged my power supplies out of there. Well, it's just right up there, no enclosure or anything. So that was nice. Well, we'll do it better next time. Well, that was not too crazy of a removal. Make some nice ugly silicone patches here. I'm sure this wall doesn't leak, not like it didn't leak before, but I just don't want to get blamed for it, because I've seen that before. Say I took this sign down and just kind of left it as it was, even though it hasn't been sealed for, I don't know, 10 years this sign's been up, I'd get blamed for any damage that happened because of it. So I'd rather not fight that battle, especially when it takes 10 minutes and it's like $5 worth of silicone. No headaches here. All right. So now it won't leak because of me. That's all I can ask for sometimes. So now we gotta take that sign back. Actually, I'm not gonna take it back to the shop. I'm just gonna take it to the next location and put it on the wall. It's got a nice concrete wall, so I'll probably still use some of those clips. Probably only 3 on top, 3 on bottom. It's gonna be a pain to measure out. What'd I do? All right, I made it to our new location. Got our old sign. We're gonna put it up on that wall right there. Talked to the electrician. He's got a circuit ran and a timer all installed, which is awesome. So I just have to figure out how I'm gonna put this on the wall with all these tabs. I think I'm gonna scoot them in a little bit so they're not sticking off the back of the sign like that. And then I gotta figure out if I wanna do a remote on this or if I want to try and put power supplies in the sign. Decisions. Let's get busy. All right, so the plan here is to get rid of / consolidate some of these tabs, because I don't need all of them, especially if I'm using 3/8 anchor bolts. Probably find out which one of these is close to the center before I get too crazy. 40.5. So that one's close to the center. I think I'll keep it. Actually, I might just put it in the center. An old sign. There's nothing square on it. So I think really what I'm gonna have to do here is just put this one in the center. And then probably one out here on the left, the right side of the sign. You're facing it. Okay, I think I'll just leave that one there. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna put some more screws in these tabs too, because I don't trust this being held up by just screws. Well, they will be held up by just screws, but I'm gonna put a lot of them in. Especially through the frame here too. Okay, so then I'm going to flip this over, at least onto its back, get those bottom clips off, and figure out how I want to hang this. So even though this sign is not, you know, a square or a rectangle, it's still a sign. It still gets hung just like any other sign would. You just got to use your brain a little bit more than normal. It already has me on edge. So now I have to kind of measure what my sign is here. It's like really all I have to level off of are the words. So I'm just gonna have to get one anchor in the center get it level based on that, mark where my other holes are going to go, and then drill them. I may have to take the sign down again, I hope not, but 23 above the bottom. We'll try 23 inches above the bottom of the sign. The sign itself is 33 tall. Get some fresh tape on this. Okay, get my drill set up, blow some holes. All right, so center is going to be easy. Centered above these windows. Do a quick measurement. 99 and a half. A little breezy, but it ain't cold. Oh, it's downright springtime weather. It's supposed to be in the 60s today. 80 and a quarter. 40 and an eighth. They'll be well below the roof line. So that's nice. Let me just double check. Yep. Alright, there's my center. The whole thing is 33 inches tall. 16 and a half for the center. Okay, that's the bottom of my sign, air quotes, bottom. 23 above that. And that's where my center mounting hole is, in theory. This thing just eats up batteries. Just don't want to get out my corded drill. I should probably do. Sure did. Yeah, Jessica called me like as soon as I came outside. She's like, yeah, just center it right up there. I'm like, easy peasy. It's like the worst hammer. And it's a hammer. A hammer is better than no hammer. So now I'll bring the sign up here, hanging on that, level it up, mark the rest of my holes out, mark where I want the power to be. Just kind of the way this goes. All right. How am I going to get this in there safely? Very carefully. This is just awkward. Oopsie daisy. All right, don't go anywhere. Okay, here we go. Okay, pretty tight. Take some weight off. Got a little ahead of myself. So there's a conduit fitting on the back of the sign I just forgot to take off. There. Tighten that up a little more. That kind of proves just how overkill signs are installed. One bolt's holding us on the wall. And two will make it level, or hold it level. A little too high. Right there. Perfect. The ones on the bottom I'm just going to put in after. You know, I could probably just drill these. Let's do that. I got the big boy drill. I mean, having a cordless roto hammer is nice if you're only drilling like a couple 1/4 inch holes. Otherwise, you're going to be drilling all day long and burn up all your batteries. Oh, it is such a nice day. Like, it has that feel of like it's spring, you know, where you can just tell that like the air temperature is just getting a little bit warmer, and I'm not wearing my jacket. It's probably one of my favorite times of the year. That transition from winter to spring, even though we are several weeks away. before I tighten this down completely, I will double check my level. Anyway, back to the other side. I may not even need to put any on the bottom. I think I will though, because why not? This is a big sign and this thing is old and kind of falling apart at the seams. Perfect. Perfect. Reminds me I need to drill my power hole too. Before I get too crazy, I'm not going to put that one in, but I will mark my power hole. Yeah. We'll pull it off of this bolt. Just kind of pivot it the heck out of my way. If I can. I only have so much patience for a bolt. It doesn't do what I want. There. It's probably enough. Oh, yeah, perfect. Need a long drill bit. See you in a couple minutes. I feel like that's in rebar. Yeah. Let's try angling it a little bit. Ta-da! I'm gonna bring my vacuum up here and vacuum all that out. It's actually gonna look pretty nice when it's all cleaned up. I like seeing old signs get reused. Because otherwise this would just go in the scrap heap and they'd have to buy a brand new sign. Most of the time, like when that happens, we'll take a sign down, but where they want to put the new one up, that jurisdiction just won't allow it anymore, or that type of sign, which happens sometimes. Kirkland's getting that way. Okay, so let's come up just a touch. Put the bolt in at first. I don't know why I have my gloves on. I really need them. Ta-da! I mean, that ain't going anywhere. I'll put a cover on the bottom though. So these really don't even have to support the weight. They just have to pin it against the wall. That one over on the right side.
Hey, you putting the sign up?
Not today. That's tomorrow.
You done that by yourself?
Yeah.
Is that heavy?
Maybe 80 pounds.
Is that a GoPro to keep an eye on you?
Yeah, it's for our YouTube channel.
There is?
Yep.
You're over, so YouTube channel?
You're making money while you're making money.
Not yet.
Oh, well, you will.
Someday. Someday.
What is it?
FASTSIGNS Kirkland.
FASTSIGNS Kirkland?
Yep.
Let's take a look at it.
I mean, it's not that exciting if you want to see what I do, but it's mostly just me blabbering about stuff, but yeah. Yeah, you never know who you run into on job sites. Nice people. It's fine. Okay, one more of those. And that's probably the first time anyone's even asked me about what I'm doing or why I have a camera. Yeah, first time for everything. Been doing this about a year and a half. It is such a nice day. The last couple of days we had a winter storm, we had another cyclone come through. It's pouring down rain. It's been 20 degrees the last couple of weeks. Today 60. Ah, I love it. Alright. I'm sure my power hole lines up. Nice. So that's the next part. You go down, get some secondary wire, shove it through that hole, wire it to my existing sign here, and then wire the power supply inside. Got my secondary wire ready to go. I think I packed enough. If I can get these through that hole without too much trouble, it's nothing too bad. It's just awkward. Go in your hole. I'd rather these wires be too long than not long enough. Okay. The rocket science of LED wiring. Red to red, black to black. Not a lot to them. Red to red, black to black. Before I button that up, I'm going to do the wiring and make sure it works first. Just in case I got to open it up. I really shouldn't have to, but you never know. I just talked to the electrician. This is my circuit. Basically right behind the camera there is where those wires came in. So I put this right where I needed it to be. Just a little concerning because there's too many things going right about this job. It just kind of has my spidey senses tingling. Okay, that looks nice. The breaker is off. It is dead. So I gotta go get an enclosure. So that's where it came in through the wall. I think I might mount enclosure on that stud and then just run some wire over here to that J box and call it good. All right. Whoop. All right, that's mounted. Super difficult. I'm just gonna go around and in. A little strap right there. Same thing. Red to red, black to black. Okay. Secondary's wired. Now I gotta go get some MC cable. Maybe about 10 feet, 8 or 10 feet. Alright, got my MC. Snap. I don't know why, but today just feels like a Friday. It is just a Thursday. Or just because it's so nice. Days like today make me love my job. So nice and snug. And I gotta go over there and kind of awkwardly wire that in. Okay, this is just gonna be weird. The only way I can really access this is from where I am. It's like I couldn't have put on that side of it. It wasn't me. Testing the fire alarms. Okay. Just wish I could see what I'm doing. So guys, do it from all directions. Not read too much into that. Okay. Some straps to put in. I'm gonna use some longer screws for that, but I think for right now we can test it. Make sure it works. Alright. Circuit 34. And that's on. Moment of truth. Well, that's working. Should be the whole thing. Yep. Very nice. Okay. So I'm gonna go button that stuff up inside. Grab some longer screws and then clean that thing up, make it look much better than it did, and it'll be good for another 15, 20 years. Let's cover on with a couple of these little screws. Ow. Alright, let's go clean up the sign and get out of Dodge. Well, that went really well. Screw this cover on. I do like it when jobs go as well as they did today, considering all the moving parts, and take one down, move it to a new location. I do like it when things work out. There, my handy vacuum. It's cleaning that stuff up just a little easier. So enough of that. I'm gonna try and get all this dust off the wall. It's always fun. It is a drawback to drilling in concrete is you make a mess. Sometimes in the effort to not make a mess, you make more of a mess. Alright, wipe the sign down. This cleaner should do a good number on this too. It almost looks brand new. Almost. All right. Well, that was that. It's an old sign, but it's got a new lease on life. Well, that's it. The sign's up. It's burning. It's all legal. Ain't going anywhere. So that's really all I've got to say about this one. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.